start.
All right, welcome everyone. This is Turkey Talks episode 5. We got Luke Evans here, and we got my guest, my co-host today. We got Maddox Carey, and we got our other guests today. We got Abbi here, and we got Coach Mia Whisker. Guys, how do you feel to be on the podcast today?
I think it's an awesome thing that you guys are doing. I feel honored. I'm honored.
I feel great.
That's amazing to hear, guys. So how we're going to do this today is we're going to set it up first by Maddox asking some questions, and then I'll follow up at the end. So with that being said, we could get into it. Maddox.
I got a question for Coach Mia. How do you support your players' confidence both on and off the field?
That's a great question. And with females, it's quite interesting. I was fortunate enough to coach college level student athletes in high school, and I think the high school athletes are the most impressionable, if that's a word. I think my words can help them, and they can learn and grow throughout a season from proper guidance. So supporting them in anything that they need, that's how I could help them build confidence. Celebrating maybe the littlest of moments that might seem minuscule to them, but are so big in the long run. That's typically how I would help build their confidence.
I got another question. How do you help your players who want to play at the college level?
The game I'm telling you guys, I'm dating myself, but the game has changed so much in the last 15 years. I know I don't look that old, right? Right, Santa over there? I don't look that old. But it's changed. So, really, I would love to say I do more for them. The travel teams that they play for are big-time travel teams. You're talking, look at the people who have gone through the program and who are currently still in the program. So let's just, the past 2 years we'll go with, like Abbi going to Clemson. Her travel program, where she's putting herself in the spotlight, the different tournaments that they're going to, the camps and clinics that she's going to, the extra, workouts that she's doing in, New Jersey and tri-state area, that's what's getting her noticed and seen. They're putting themselves in the spotlight, making it beyond easy for a coach like me. But again, I could sit here and talk to you. I could take the whole time and tell you how much it's changed throughout the years, but they make it really, really simple and easy. A lot of times it's just a conversation with that coach talking about their character. Not so much they're seeing the ability. It's the character that they're wanting to know about. It's their grades they want to know about. So when people say, oh, just, C's get degrees and we're passing, these coaches want people who are intelligent, who they know can, pass to play in a sense.
I'm going to switch it over to Abbi now. When did Clemson reach out to you and what set out right away?
So my junior year, over the summer, they would watch me at my tournaments, and then September 1st in my junior year, that's when they can call me. So they called me at midnight on September 1st, and then I set up a visit, and I just went on the visit, and when I went down there, I just fell in love with the school.
Yeah, I agree with that. As a senior, how do you try to lead your team?
I just try to be there for the younger classmen because I've been in their position, so I just try and be a leader.
I have one more question. What have you learned about yourself through softball?
I learned how to handle failure because about 90% of the game is failure, and if you don't respond to it the right way, then you're never going to succeed.
That's all I have.
That being said, we're going to get into my questions I'm about to ask. Coach Mia, we'll start off with you. What originally drew you into coaching softball, and what keeps you passionate about it to this day?
I think I use softball as an avenue to, in a positive way, earn my master's degree. So they hired me as the full-time head coach at the University of Scranton at age 22. So imagine that. Like I actually coached a girl who was older than me, just by the way our birthdays were, how it lied. But I was able to pursue my master's degree by getting the job.
What originally drew you to like coaching softball, and what makes you passionate about it today?
So what drew me was the fact to get my master's degree, not thinking it would change my life in ways that it has. And what keeps me passionate are the kids who are willing to put in the work, like, the young woman sitting next to me, like a Taylor Kalli, like a Zoe Krapovich, like a Kalli Karwoski, the kids who want to be the best and play to their, top level performance, and then go on to places like that. And then it's also like it's all the others in between. I do a lot of lessons on the side, and it's the kids who are seeing these kids have success, who want to learn and grow. That is why I do it.
I've got another question here. So as we know, you went on a state championship run last year and obviously won a state championship. Congratulations to that, by the way.
Thank you.
Great run. So my next question is going to be, what do you believe separates a state championship run and a state championship team along with the culture? Just separating it from your average district championship ran team and just going for that. What is the biggest difference in culture and just like overall like attitude, emotions between those two type of runs?
That's a fabulous question, and the answer is simple. It's the mindset of your leaders. I could only do so much, and I drill and I drill and I drill, and a lot of it was, a lot of what we did was routine. A lot of, our reps, what we had done was routine, but it was I would attribute a lot of all of our success to our team captains, their resilience, when we would have an off day or what have you, but what I was trying to preach, they had to preach to everybody else, because I think all of you know the most respect that you have, of course, you should have for a coach, right? But the most respect you have is for your leaders, your team captains, who are the producers, typically, right? They wouldn't stand to lose. Losing wasn't in their mindset. Abbi maybe touched on it a little bit before, but it's like mindset over the physical. We worked a lot on the physical, but what's most important is that mental, and we do things throughout a practice to be able to, and throughout the season to work on that mental.
So my question was how important is it for you to put your players in the right position, whether it's athletically, academically, no matter what? Just being a role model.
But it's really the athlete's selflessness to do whatever it is that I ask. That would be my answer.
Very strong. So we'll get into some questions about Abbi real quick. So we'll go into your recruitment real quick. So obviously you're able to get recruited for the junior year. Maybe you had some books before that. They were obviously verbal, but you couldn't get anything official. What was it like to overall just go through the options of what you want to do with your future, going through schools like Clemson or other schools in your recruitment? What made you want to choose Clemson?
So I just enjoyed the process, being able to go around, look at other schools, not knowing what I wanted to do yet. But I feel the second I went on Clemson's campus, it just felt like a community around here. Everyone's tight together, and they all support each other. And especially the coaches care more who you are as a person than you are as a player, which was really important to me because softball is just to be in my place, not who I am. So I feel when I went down there, it just felt like home, and I felt like I was going to be supported when I went down there.
What made you stay dedicated to be able to play softball throughout your whole life? What brought you the passion? What brought you the integrity to be able to keep with it and pursue your college dreams and even future dreams?
Yeah, so I never knew I wanted to play college softball until I was 13, and I feel I was so dedicated to playing college softball. I used to watch it on TV all the time, but when I knew I wanted to play, I knew I had to get it done. So I feel just working hard every day and showing up, it just really helped a lot.
Of course. Abby, what is it? Well, take me through like a day in the life. Not a day in the life, but like just an overall week in the life going up to like an average like game day, just an average game day week. What is this? What do you guys put into like your overall practice, preparedness, and just overall getting ready for your opponent every week and just getting trained?
Yeah, so in the off season we do a lot of lifting, so I feel like that's out of the way by when in season comes. So usually if we have like a Wednesday game, we'll have the weekend off, and then we'll have Monday hitting, pitching, and then Tuesday fielding, and then hitting too. And then pre-game we do a lot of like fielding stuff, like breaking down the basics to prepare ourselves. Yeah, every days. And I feel like just staying locked in and focusing on like the main goal of the end of the game, then I feel like that's how we prepare ourselves and staying determined.
Of course. Now, on that topic, I'm going to ask one more question real quick. I don't want to stretch this out, but I have to ask one more key question. Getting into preparedness for the season in the off-season program, my mom teaches a yoga program. She does a yoga program for you guys. She does it for the football team. She overall just wants to help out Valley View. And what do you guys think of that yoga program? Do you like it? Do you not like it? And how does it prepare you guys for the season? What's getting you guys like not injury prone? It helps out with such a bunch of stuff. And just how does it? This answer goes for both of you guys. You guys could both give input on this. But how does it like help you guys out for the season?
I really like yoga, especially because like when I go down to Clemson, they do hot yoga and stuff, and I feel like it's really good for like injury prevention, and not even that, just like with not like being tight with all your muscles and just like relaxing.
Like Abby said, injury prevention, but balance and control. A lot of our game, a lot of hitting, fielding, you have to be controlled. And Coach Kylene might even like it more than the girls. Coach Kylene is our lead. She looks forward to it every single week. Injury prevention is absolutely key. That's why we try to maintain, and shout out to Coach Bob, who, you know, we do have our weight training on Wednesdays. I'd love to do it more, but for now it's Wednesdays, the yoga on Saturdays. And it really has helped with balance control and I think overall mental health.
Thank you guys so much for coming on this podcast. I'd like to give a great appreciation to Maddox, my guest, for helping me on these questions, and obviously you guys even more for coming on this podcast today.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for coming on. And with that being said, we'll get into our next segment on this episode of Turkey Talks.
Welcome back to this week of Rubel's Food Reviews. This week I am doing a gingerbread house, and I have other things here. I'll tell you those later. So before I start, this is my choice. Not knowing that I choose these, no one else does for me, and I eat healthy any other day, but here. So please just know, because I've been eating very unhealthy things. So, yeah, let's get started with this. I'm going to break this with my hand. I don't think I'm going to be able to, but let's do it. I forgot to put my hat on. I don't know why I didn't do that. Alright, let's do it. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. Cut that! Oh my god! Alright. Alright, cut that whole part out.
No, we're not cutting. That was awesome.
We're not cutting anything. We're just gonna pick it up.
Yes.
Okay,
Let's go.
let's eat this. Start it.
It's bad.
Oh god, alright. So I smashed it I guess. So let me eat a couple pieces of this, and then I'm going to move on to this. Let's hope I don't shit too. My mic. I'm sorry, but I'm laughing. That went everywhere. I'm sorry. So that's good. I took a first bite. I'm gonna take a bite of this door right here. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. It's crunchy. I don't know. I got this off pretty good. Yeah. I guess that's it on the gingerbread house. Let me move on to the other things. Elf, can you clean this up? Thank you. Alright, so I got this, not the cookies, but this was made by Aiden O'Connor. Thank you, Aiden O'Connor. It's a breakfast sandwich with a donut, chocolate frosted donut with bacon and egg on it. Thank you, Aiden O'Connor. And I got coffee. No, that's milk. And I got cookies. Okay. Should I take the gloves? I'll keep the gloves on. Why not? Alright, let's start with the sandwich. Let me take a couple bites of this. It's good. I mean, it tastes like egg, bacon. Donut's good. Regular. Yeah, it's normal. So, cookies. I'm only going to eat a cookie. I'm going to dip it in the milk. Let me have this. Dip. Let me eat it. Yeah. Alright. Move it over, please. Everything was good. I'll rate the gingerbread house a 4. So all the way in the bottom. Egg sandwich a 6. And the cookies a 6 as well. So, yeah, this was a good one. Thank you, my 2 elves, for bringing this to me. And see you next week on Turkey Talks.
All right, welcome everyone. This is the next segment of Turkey Talks. Today we got Coach Bob here today, interviewing some questions alongside me, your host, Luke Evans. And we got Kalli Karwowski, Penn State commit, right here. She's already at Penn State, so I shouldn't have said commit, but she's already playing there, and she's doing great. We got Coach Reese here too, of course. He's a great coach, so we'll get into some great questions today. I'll start off with Kalli. I'm going to go alongside like a similar route that we did with Coach Mia. What like got you into I mean, obviously softball is like your main thing, but like what first got you into playing it, and what like made you like want to pursue going to college for softball?
So basically, ever since I could walk, I was doing something active, and my dad just happened to throw me into t-ball, and that turned into softball, and I just kept going with it. And once I started putting in the work, and I liked putting in the extra work, I knew that I wanted to pursue D1 athletics one day at the highest level, and yeah.
Coach Bob, got anything?
I got a question for Coach Reese. You were a wrestler in high school and football player, and then you went to college to play rugby, correct? What do you think was the hardest sport that you played? Like, what was the hardest you think about?
Conditioning wise, wrestling
Yes.
by far. And I've been coaching football here now for almost 20 years, and I don't want to offend anybody, but rugby is much more physical. You don't have any equipment on. Okay. So I would say wrestling, conditioning wise, physicality, rugby.
When did you realize that you had the ability to play Division I softball?
So from a young age, I always knew I had the potential, but it was whether or not I was dedicated enough to put in the extra work and do the things that people weren't, and just really downing in on the little things that are game changers. So I would say from a pretty young age, I knew I had the potential, and I just use that.
Quick question. Coach Reese, Coach Wasilichak, who's funnier? Who's
What do you mean?
I'm asking Kalli.
I'm sorry. I thought that was me.
Those are tough because,
Because Coach Reese
they,
gets you a lot.
Scott and Mr. Reese over here, they both have pretty big heads and think they're pretty funny. But Coach Reese is unintentionally funny, I feel. And then Coach Scott, he tries with his jokes, but I win every time. I always have a better comeback.
Kelly, I just try to keep you humble.
Yeah. That's my answer.
I have one more question for Kalli here, and then I'll give some to Coach Reese. Overall, what is it like? Take me through like how important it is to do all of like the side stuff, like weightlifting, strength, conditioning, agility, all that stuff in preparedness to get yourself ready to play at the next level.
Yeah, so first off, if you're not doing all these things, it's kind of impossible to get to the next level. And at the next level, you're waking up at 4 or 5 in the morning to start your workouts. And sometimes you're even getting another one in at the midpoint of the day. So it's very important to start early. And it was one of the biggest things going in for my size, like compared to other bigger D1 athletes, what their builds, it was one of my advantages going into college.
Coach Reese, I got a question for you right here. So going into this season, you're the special teams coordinator. Obviously, you have to stay on top of things. I don't know how I want to ask this question. Do you think I'm going to be your best special teams player this year?
No.
Simple answer, no. It's respectable, but I guess I'll have to prove them wrong. All right, next question. We'll get into something a little bit more serious because that was just an outright egregious question. But we'll get
truthful answer.
All right, we'll get into something else here. One more question here, Coach. So you're special teams coordinator, and you play a big part into getting everything ready for the big games every single Friday, and getting overall the whole team ready, equipment ready, everything ready. How important is it to be able to get everything tidy, neat, ready, and how big of a part does that play into being able to convert that stuff into the game and getting all your guys ready and getting all the equipment ready?
Well, I think I was here with Coach Wanitz and now obviously Coach Wasilichak. And I think them not having to worry about any of that, knowing it's all going to be done, is beneficial for them because they can concentrate on the important stuff. And I'm not saying what I do isn't important. More so is all the scout team stuff that, all the film and breaking down everything and doing all the cards with scout team. But as far as a Friday night or the game, they don't have to worry about anything. They know it's taken care of. They know everything is going to be there. If something breaks, everything's fixed. So I think that's beneficial for the coach that he doesn't have to waste time worried about that.
Of course. I've got one more question I've got to ask here for you, Coach. So you've coached here for forever. It's been a long time. You have some great memories with everyone, great experiences, great overall, just great culture. The culture's been maintained forever. Who is the funniest person, and what was their funniest moment from your past 20-some years here
Player?
coaching?
Are we
It could
talking
be
player?
Player or staff, it doesn't matter.
Well, it's not Eddie Glanicki. Funniest? Oh, geez, I don't know. Coach Lupini's dad was here for a while with us, Mr. Lupini, Barry Lupini. He was funny, but I would have to say overall, Chad Rebar. He coached with us for a few years. Unfortunately, he passed away, but he kept everybody laughing and on their toes all the time. And as far as kids, I don't know. I'm not sure who would be the funniest kid. We've had some big personalities, some kids that were great teammates and kept everybody motivated and loose, and that's important to a winning culture because sometimes you might not be the best athlete, you might not be getting on the field a lot, but if you're contributing in other ways, that helps the team stay loose and everybody come together.
Kalli, who was the biggest influence on you in your softball career?
It's okay to say Mr. Reese.
Definitely not Mr. Reese. I would say definitely my dad, not only because he like introduced me to the sport, but he was the one that put in all the extra hours day and night with me over the last however many years I've been playing the game, and I wouldn't be where I am without him.
What I just want to know what drives you. Like, you're the hardest worker I've ever seen. Like, you work harder than even the football players. You like legit. You put in the work, and I've never seen anybody work that hard. What drives you?
I think just the like passion to be like good at everything that I do. There's not anything that I do that's not a competition or that I don't want to be the best at. So that's just how I was as a little kid, and it grew as I got older. So
Is your sister tougher than you?
absolutely not.
Great answer, Kalli. I've got one question here for Coach Reese that I just have to ask. Coach, is there any chance that I'm going to be able to tell my left from my right this year?
No.
Great answer. You got anything else, Coach?
No, that's it.
That's it? All right. With that being said, we'll round things off. Thank you, Coach Bob, for being my co-host today. Obviously, host right here, Luke Evans, big man in the building. And we got Kalli over here, our guest, and we got Coach Reese. Thank you guys so much for coming on. It's been a pleasure. And with that being said, we'll get on to our next segment of this episode of Turkey Talks.
Welcome back to this week of Turkey Talks. This is the trivia segment. As always, if you hear this sound, Rubel gets it first, and if you hear this sound, Coach Reese gets it first. All right, so are we all ready? Question number 1. What 2 places were Napoleon exiled to?
The island of St. Helena and Elba.
Correct.
He teaches that. That's not fair.
1-0.
He teaches it 6 times a
You were
year.
taught it. Did you take good notes?
I don't remember it.
All right, 1-0. Question number 2. What was Scranton High School called previously?
There was Scranton Central and Scranton Tech.
Correct. 2-0. This is bad, Ryan. In the movie Christmas Vacation, what did Clark receive as his Christmas bonus?
He got like a voucher to like a golf club or something like that. Yeah.
Maddox, are we counting this? No, incorrect. Jelly of the Month Club. What president made Christmas a federal holiday in 1870?
Andrew Johnson.
Incorrect. Either
I
you
do
know.
not have an answer, Mr. Dempsey.
Okay. 2-0, Ryan. You might have to get these next 2 to win.
Okay.
What football formation is typically used on an extra point or 2-point conversion attempts where most of the offensive linemen line up 1-to-1?
Swinging gate.
Correct. 3-0, Ryan. 3-0.
These questions are kind of like rigged for him.
Will Ryan get sweeped? Here we go. How many ghosts show up in A Christmas Carol?
3.
Incorrect. Rubel? 4. Correct. He beats the sweep, so he has 1 point now. Here we go. Last question. In the movie Christmas Story, what is Ralphie's dream Christmas gift?
Red Ryder BB gun.
Correct. Coach Reese wins it all. 2-week losing streak for Rubel.
That's all right.
Victory!
All right, well, we'll see you on the next segment of Turkey Talks.
Yeah! We really do that around here. Yeah! Oh, Gert! Gert! Touchdown!
Yup.
Pass interference. Defense. Selly. Where's the set? This thing ripped. Here we go. 180. What's that? Come on now. We're really doing that around here. Hey! Gert, yeah, Gert, yeah. Gert, yeah.
All right, thank you guys for watching this episode of Turkey Talks. Alongside, we got my co-host, Coach Bob here. We got Luke right here. We got Kalli, and we got Coach Mia, and we got everyone else that was in this episode. I just want to thank you guys for watching, and have a great Christmas and happy holidays.